Okay, so let's say like I've, you know, don't have much experience with cheese. I grew up in a household where like if we bought sharp cheddar accidentally instead of mild cheddar, we would go back to the store and return it.
That's
Like,
what I'm hearing.
yeah, that's all we had. And like my mom just loves Velveeta. It was
And there's
there's
a
nothing.
place for all those cheeses, right?
Right, totally.
Yeah.
But like as I've kind of moved out and separated myself a little bit, I've wanted to discover some new cheeses, and but it's just like I don't know where to go or what to do. I bought some like blueberry goat cheese from Trader Joe's once, and it was okay. I couldn't super get into it.
Yeah.
But so I guess if I'm just kind of looking, I think everybody loves cheese pretty much.
Yeah. I think so.
Usually, like no, when you hear like stuff that people don't like, no one ever says cheese.
Almost never. Sometimes they'll say, I have a hard time digesting it, but there's
Right.
even an answer
True.
for that.
Oh, what's the answer for that?
Well, if you are lactose sensitive, stay away from the soft cheeses.
Okay.
Anything that would be like a cheddar or harder, like going up to say a Parmigiano, does not have any lactose anymore. It breaks down during the aging process.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So if you have lactose sensitive friends, I mean, it varies person to person for sure.
Hmm.
But it doesn't mean that they necessarily can't or shouldn't eat cheese. It just means that they should probably stay in the harder cheese zones. So those manchegos are great for them, aged Goudas, things like that, perfect. Pecorino, which is like a hard sheep's milk cheese, great with a martini. Also good for those folks.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
like one thing to know. I feel like if you're getting into the cheese lifestyle, Travis, there are a few things to know. One,
Hmm.
since you mentioned blueberry goat cheese, if you're really a purist in the cheese world, one of the things you learn right away is like stay away from cheese with stuff in it.
Okay, I see.
Okay, because usually, and not in all cases, but often, stuff in it is used to mask poor quality cheese or sometimes poor quality milk. So if you want those blueberries, Travis, have them on the side and get like a nice log of goat cheese. Um,
Okay.
so all of your cheeses that have like, gosh, like right around the holidays, I'm starting to see that like Stilton with mango chunks and cranberries. I'm like, makes me want to run the other direction. Cheese with
Hmm.
peppermint sticks in it. No.
Oh, wow. Okay. Jeez.
Yeah, there's some wild stuff out there, and I think that the world of flavorings, to me, that's the fun part to do in terms of pairings on the side, like an interesting cranberry chutney, or use an herbed cracker with that manchego instead of having rosemary, on the outside. To me, I just like to enjoy the cheese. You should always taste the flavor of really good, clean milk, and the cheese should be the thing that's interesting. And then the pairings are things that you can bring to it. So that's number two. I'd say, like, especially if you're just getting into cheese, begin exploring just some like basic cheese types that are of high quality. And I would say, like, the other important thing is to go to a cheese shop and develop a relationship with someone at the counter who knows a lot and ask that person what is delicious right now, or what is in season right now, or what is the cheese you took home to your girlfriend last night or your last night. Because honestly, someone that works in the world of cheese is going to be your best guide. So
Hmm.
to go to a store that has a cheese counter with people behind it, where they're literally cutting cheeses right there in front of you, so you can see what a whole wheel looks like. You can have a taste and find out if it's something that you like or don't like. Maybe you can say, hey, I'm going to open a white wine tonight. I'm going to open some bubbly, or I'm going to open a porter. What should I have with it? And then let them guide you towards some interesting cheeses.
Okay.
I have my
Interesting.
go-to favorites that I recommend. If you're like, just I need to do a cheese board tonight that everyone will love, sure. There's easy go-to favorites you can find in a lot of places. But I'm all for, if you want to build knowledge, it's kind of like if you get into wine, visit some wineries, or if you get into beer, go to a good craft beer bar and like talk to that bartender, because they're going to tell you, this isn't so good right now, but here is like the best thing on tap. And like that's always the information I want. I want to talk to somebody that like lives in that world and that directs me.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess how would I find a cheese shop? Should I just go on Yelp and look for a cheese
Yeah.
shop?
So
Google.
I know in Los Angeles, there are a number of good places.